This room is a mess. There's toys on the floor, the bed's unmade, you can't even see the desk. How many times have you said that, right? But the question is, should the 5-year-old who lives in this room be responsible for cleaning it up? We've been talking about chores all morning long on Good Day. We've been hearing from parents, taking your Facebook comments, and now it's time to hear from the pro. Wendy Rice from the Rice Psychology Group joins us this morning. Good to see you again, Wendy.
Good morning.
So how young should we start our children out at chores?
I really believe that if they can walk and hold a rag, it's a good time to let them start. And it's not about them doing a good job or actually getting anything accomplished. It's about developing that pitching in, helping out mentality, where let them dust the coffee table, let them see if they'll make a pile of things. It's just about beginning to establish the good habits.
And you know, simple stuff too, you're saying. And I want to get to appropriate age and chores in just a minute, but I do want to ask you, I have a 6-year-old and her chore is to make the bed. And she does it sort of, I mean, to use the word askew is putting it mildly. And so yesterday I went back and corrected her. You know, I fixed it and I wonder, should I have done that? Should I have just left it? It's her room and learn over time? What should I have done in that situation?
There's no right answer for sure. So whatever you did is fine. I think that when kids are little and they're learning to do things well, there's going to be a learning curve. And if there are times when you can do it with her, say, you know what, let's make your bed together this morning. And that way it's much less critical and you're helping out. And maybe she has 2 pillows on her bed, so you can fluff one and she can fluff the other. And maybe she's going to do yours first and see if she can make hers look like yours. And if it's a close approximation, great.
Leave it. Let it alone. Because really, I remember when my mother judged the bed and she would always correct me. So, you know, that's a tough call there. Okay, so let's talk about age-appropriate chores. And you mentioned walking and holding a rag. That's 2.
Yeah, that's 1 for some.
That's right.
So when they're little, it's not really about them doing such a great job. It's about establishing those lifelong habits. So when they're preschoolers, let them bring the silverware and the napkins to the table. Let them put the napkins down. When they're 4, they can begin to, you know, if they know their right from their left, the minute they know their right from their left, they can set the table. As soon as they're little, they can clear their plates. They can help you clean up their toys. And as they get older, you just gradually give them a bit more responsibility.
And, you know, I think responsibility is good. And we talked about the cultural difference. A 5-year-old in Peru is responsible for cooking his own meals, cleaning his own house. In America, the child expects the food and expects the mother to clean, and then is chided for not saying please. So, you know, do you think that American children are lazy?
Well, I kind of have a bias against the American children are lazy because I think that they are a product of our culture. Yeah. But I think that in everybody's individual family, having a spirit of pitching in and helping out and doing it together is going to create kids who can do a lot more and will do a lot more and feel more competent and needed. And like they're contributing. Right.
Maybe you should expect more from them. I think
we're
facilitators, we're hover mothers. We want to do everything for our children.
And they can within reason. But again, I think it's about pitching in and helping out. It's not so much about go off and do this by yourself, especially when they're young.
Right. What about chores for boys and girls? Are there different ones that maybe work better, or?
I think rather than thinking about it as a gender divide, if you have more than one child, or even if you only have one child, you can say, look, these are the things that have to get done. What would you like to do? Because some kids hate to get their hands wet and dirty, and other kids love that. So some are going to gravitate toward the bathroom, and others are going to like pushing the vacuum cleaner.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks so much. And we're continuing the conversation at 9. So send in your Facebook comments. Wendy Rice, thank you so much. The Rice Psychology Group.